Judge Vunda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is the Ocean case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Ocean?
Miss.
Miss Ocean, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Oof, that's a blunt reality check for Mom. Judge Thunder isn't just ruling, she's parenting these two. You both made this kid, both pay. And legally, she's spot on. Child support isn't about convenience, it's about shared duty. Mom's got to cough up for Kevin's hobbies while Dad handles tuition. Fair? Unfair? Let's debate in the comments. But one thing's clear. This judge ain't letting anyone skate by on excuses. Case closed. Dad's support drops to $395. For tuition, Mom covers the extras. And the lesson here? Courts hate one-sided financial demands. Texas law prioritizes kids, but both parents must contribute. So, was this ruling fair? Could Mom have pushed harder? Would you side with the judge?
I need more money each month to pay for, his activities and food and clothing, his expenses as he's getting older.
Whose activities?
Kevin's, our son.
Kevin? Okay, how old is Kevin?
He's 14.
14, okay. And you need more money? He's not giving you enough money?
No, he pays for tuition and health care, but,
Wait a minute. He pays for tuition? If I remember correctly about tuition, it's kind of expensive. It's not anything that's cheap. So how much is he paying in tuition?
$395 a month.
$395 a month. And you say he pays what else?
For health care.
Health care? How much is health care?
It's $185 a month.
$185 plus $395. Okay, is there anything else you want me to know? What type of activities?
Well, he's joined the football team.
Football.
And then he plays guitar.
Guitar. Okay, and has he enrolled in those activities yet, or?
Yes.
Okay, and you're paying for those?
Yes.
And you want him to pay for them?
At least help, yes.
Okay, so there isn't anything else you want to tell me before I move to him?
No.
All right.
Hold up. Did you catch that? Dad's already covering tuition and health insurance totaling nearly $600 a month, but Mom wants more for extracurriculars. Here's the legal kicker. Child support isn't a blank check. Courts weigh necessities versus luxuries. Football and guitar? Arguably enrichment, but not legally mandatory. Should Dad have to fund everything? Or is Mom dodging her share? Drop a comment. Should extracurriculars be split? Or is this parent just entitled? Whoa, discrepancy alert. Mom claims health insurance is $185, but the judge's spot's $85 in the docs. That's a $100 gap. Either someone's math is wildly off, or there's a paper trail problem. Pro tip: courts only go by documented evidence. If Dad messed up his paperwork, that's on him. But if Mom's inflating numbers, that's a credibility red flag. Either way, this is why receipts matter in court. Always bring proof. Boom. Judge Thunder just dropped the hammer. She's calling out Mom's ask as unreasonable because Dad's already contributing significantly. And here's the legal mic drop. Texas law requires both parents to share costs based on income. Mom's an admin assistant. Dad cleans pools. For $45K year. Why should he shoulder all the extras? This is where fair clashes with legal. Should the judge force him to pay more? Or is Mom's demand a stretch? Sound off below.
Sir?
Yes.
You pay $395 in tuition.
That's correct.
And is it $185 in health insurance? Because what I see $85 in health insurance.
It's $185.
It's $185, okay. And then, what else?
There's guitar lessons, clothes. Whenever he stays with me, I pay for, all his activities and everything else too. So it starts to add up.
Okay.
As you can imagine.
And she wants you to pay for more than that?
That's correct.
I'm not understanding this, ma'am. The way that child support works is supposed to pay a certain percentage for the child, not for you to just get off scot-free and have him paying for everything. That's not how this works.
I understand, but as he's getting older, his expenses are getting more.
And I understand that. And what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
So you make money too, right?
Yes.
So it rightfully, naturally follows that you should be covering some of these expenses as well, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I'm not going to have him be responsible for each one of those things individually because he's doing a lot already. And sir, where do you work?
I'm a pool cleaner.
Pool clean. How much do you make a year doing that?
About $45,000.
All right, yeah, that's not how this works. I mean, did a friend of yours tell you that you can come in here and get him to, run him through the slammer and have him pay everything? Did somebody tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, were you thinking that on your own?
I just wanted more help paying for this.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pay for some of this on your own because I'm not going to make him responsible for everything. What I have here, sir, I'm not sure if your employer made a mistake on your documentation, but what you provided to the court for medical insurance, I have $85, not $185. So I only can give you credit for what's in front of me. If that's an error, you can come back at any time and, get that fixed. But I have to go with what's in front of me. So based on $45,000 a year, I have your gross at $3,600. I have your net at $2,948.13, which would...
Deviation alert. The judge just used a legal loophole to lower Dad's payment, but with a catch. Instead of $589, he'll pay $395 to cover just tuition. Why? Because Texas lets judges adjust support for child care expenses like education. Smart move? Absolutely. Tuition is non-negotiable. Guitar lessons aren't. But here's the real talk. Mom lost this round. She wanted more, but the court said, nope, you step up for the extras. Mick drop.
Bring your child support amount to $589.63. However, considering that you do pay a lot for this child already, the Texas Family Code allows me to consider factors to deviate from what your child support amount should be. One of those factors being child care expenses. So what I'm going to do, instead of making you pay that $589.63, I'm going to make your child support $395 just to ensure that the child's tuition is covered every month. So that's your education. Your child's education is very important. So your child support is going to be based on that. So $395 a month.
So you're raising my child support?
No, your child support is going down. So it
Oh, okay.
it's
I'm not good at
technically-
math.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
I was told there would be no math during
well,
this session. So.
and that's one, I thought that it would be the same thing when I went to law school. Somebody lied to me. I still have to do math. So instead of $589.63, your child support is going to be the $395 a month for the tuition that you would pay. And you, of course, would have to keep covering the health insurance. And if you choose to pay for football and guitar, that's up to you. But ma'am, you need to be responsible for something. So does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, I appreciate it though.
No problem. Well, you don't even have to thank me. You can thank the legislator because they give us the option to do this for people. It's just the right thing to do. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Case closed. Dad's support drops to $395 for tuition. Mom covers the extras. And the lesson here? Courts hate one-sided financial demands. Texas law prioritizes kids, but both parents must contribute. So, was this ruling fair? Could Mom have pushed harder? Would you side with the judge? Smash like if you're shocked by how messy child support battles get. Subscribe for more courtroom drama, and drop a comment with your verdict. See you next time, where the gavel always speaks. Louder than excuses.